Surprise, guys. That's Chronicle Day patch today too, so might as well cover that. I'm also gonna get into the state of the game. I heard some rumors. I'll get into all that later. Let's just go through the notes. Do that. So, Honorable Heroes, we were pleased to announce a 2.6 update for Knight's Chronicle. Shy Magical Girl Xavi from the Grand Duchies of Delcart of Magic Academy has been added. The new hero Xavi can be acquired through summons. Actually had someone in the Discord get her like instantly when the patch was up, so that was funny. Heroic Windmill daily use limit along with required materials will be adjusted, and the versions of heroes will be upgraded. Additionally, weekly rewards that can be acquired through Guild Battle will be increased. Guild Battle. God. They should have never added that to the game. My opinion. Version limit of SSR heroes that can be randomly acquired from the hero ticket and guild shop will be increased. That's good. Improvement accruing the rate of hero summon and adding nightmare difficulty to Nina's Advent dungeon. That's actually one of the harder dungeons in the game. Not necessarily because of the dungeon itself, but just getting the units for it, like, built up. It's kind of a... But oh well. Let's see here. So there's your hero. She's a wind element attack type. Of course, she's a little child, because we all know in Knight's Chronicle, if you're old, you're R rank. If you're young, you're the most powerful thing that ever existed. How it works. So let's read her story, why not? A shy mage who studies at a magical academy in the Grand Duchess of Delcart. She speaks exceptionally softly, Desu, and often hides around corners or behind objects because she's hesitant to draw to herself Arutokun. In addition to her shrinking, violent personality, magical skills are flamboyant to the point people ask questions if she's really the one casting her spells. Nevertheless, she is one of the most highly regarded students at the Magic Academy. Her peers up to her. Can you really be flamboyant and shy at the same time? Y'all let me know. I'm trying to think of that. Flamboyant. Flamboyant and shy. I guess it's possible. Okay. Alright, so let's see here. Renina Stuff. Daily limit of Hero Windmill will be changed to 3 times from 2 times. Version of heroes upgraded up until 1.7 update. I wish I could actually like just get a list of what the heroes were. I don't know exactly the update. You guys will probably have to watch like Cash Bryant or someone for that. Or excuse me, the Cashino. So he has 2 different brands. Let's see here. Materials needed to use the Heroic Windmill reduced by 50. That's a good change. Geared reward and product improvements. The weekly rewards will be improved. So let's see here. So rather than getting enhanced stones, which to be perfectly honest, that's always a good reward no matter what in my opinion. But you now get rainbow essences. So I think that's bad, actually. Overall, that's bad. I'm sorry, that's bad. It's pretty bad. Because, like, I mean, granted, you know, most of us aren't going to get the champion and master. And all that. Let me see if I can actually make this bigger for you guys. I think this kind of loses it's hard to notice in that rate. Okay, so look at this. Right around here, when you're at Silver 1, you at least get 500, which granted, you know, that's only a couple upgrades, but let's say, you know, you top out at Plat 3 or Gold 1. Okay, you're still getting 20 to 2,500 enhanced stones every week. That's a couple upgrades. But now you're getting... What are they saying the new stuff is? Oh, my fault. Okay, I'm being a jerk. Okay, they're actually giving us more enhanced stones. Oh, my bad. I was wrong about that. I thought they were taking it away because I saw the cross out. Okay, never mind. Excellent thing. That's actually a good thing that they're doing right there. I'm cool with that. Version limit of SSR heroes that can be randomly acquired. Yeah, we got that. Some heroes that can be acquired from event summon have been added to the 4 or 5-star hero summon banner. They've always been that way, honestly. But alright, Aurora and Adrian are there. Adrian's pretty ridiculous. Aurora and PvE, she can be alright. Are actually pretty good, depending on how high you can get her poison tick. Increase the chance of SSR heroes appearing in rate up summons. Cool. Not sure what the actual percentage is, but that's cool. Increase the chance. I'm laughing because I read something earlier that's gonna make me laugh again. It was the first time I drooled in a while laughing at. Increase the chance. I'll share it with you guys, don't worry. Increase the chance of rate up heroes that can be acquired from the rate up summon. Fixed an issue where the maximum number of evolutions displayed in the auto evolve screen was different from the actual numbers of evolutions on the result screen. Yeah, I didn't know that. Hopefully that didn't affect anything. Lena has 46 followers. I like how Lena in this game is a goddess that basically never gets off the rock or whatever the hell she's sitting on in the lobby or like does anything in the story, but alright, hold on. Adjust this for you guys. So you can get the full experience of what I got earlier. Boy, here we go. Alright, so we got some comments here. Thank you very much. Been waiting forever for another update. Honestly, I'm really happy with this update and excited to see what will happen next. Thank you, devs, for always giving us new characters. Could this update be the latest for this project? I wonder if by latest he meant something else. We'll get into later. I'm super excited. I don't see why people are complaining, though. From what I'm reading, the update sounds great. Yokieda Awakening. I want trading in-game, but it's probably quite difficult to do that. I don't know. That would be horrible, actually. Well, maybe at the end. Well, never. I'm hoping the update will come with a surprising awakening. I'm still waiting on Surdic. Awakening? Oh yeah, he is kind of useless, right? Here's what made me laugh earlier. Thank you, Cash Marble. Now we will be able to have sex with Koreans because they won't want to play it. What? The fuck is he even talking about? Okay, so just so people know, you could always have sex with Koreans if it was a mutual thing. Yeah, Zero's full of shit here. Cash Marble. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about, but that made me laugh earlier. People are so ungrateful, and it's the people that don't know how to run a server that's not Discord and never made an online-based video game or any video game. Here we go. Like, a lot of people wanted some form of update. We get one. So everyone's being ungrateful. To think I thought this fan base was strong. Shout out to everyone who's not acting like this, by the way. People complain about the awakening. And we got some stuff in apparently Russian. That might be something. Can you update the main story already? The game always update new hero every week, and if we get the heroes, we can't get good runes for them. Useless anyways. There are nothing new, no significant changes in this update, basically nothing, at least a dev note to have us pending on what is coming. You guys should actually fear the next dev note in my opinion, but I'll talk on that later. The people are so rude, you need to understand that making new characters, stories, and design skill takes a lot of time and effort. They can't spawn everything you want every week. Plus Shabby is attack type, while Wendy is hybrid. Yeah, I heard that Shabby's the next, basically Wendy 2.0. This guy, Boss King's actually right here. I don't get it. Why did you guys convince them to release only one awakening hero at a time just because we can't awaken them? No one was forcing you guys to do that, and no one released. And what if the one released wasn't the one someone wanted? If old players wanted to do something which can't afford to buy awakening essences, you guys are so undecisive. Might be like a translation post. When they don't release an awakening, you complain. When they do, you complain that whether game is broken with awakening or not. Feels like we're getting close to something. Yeah. Okay, guys, so let me give you my thoughts, and then I'll give you some things on this game. Number one, people in my Discord, they were very scared because Netmarble, for those of you guys who know, they got a bunch of new projects going. The number one project going right now, at least globally, is the KOF All-Stars, which is very well, actually. I've actually been a pretty good game. I'm going to try to make a video on it later. So that's looking good for them. And then down the horizon, they got the, I forget the damn name of the game, but it's the game based on the anime that's out in Japan or Korea or whatever right now. And I played a little bit of that game for a couple days, and that game actually looks pretty damn good. So they got some good, successful things going on. And like I've said before, guys, Netmarble, they've been a better company this last year. You know, they fixed the majority of the stuff in Knight's Chronicle. Seven Nights, I don't play it myself, but everyone I've heard talk about Seven Nights being like, oh my god, they finally fixed blah, 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 and it's actually fun to play now. You know, but that's, there was a fear in my Discord, basically, because it took a little bit of extra time, if you notice, for us to get the update, and with all their new projects going, people are like, oh no, is Knight's Chronicle in trouble, is this whatever, and so we went and looked at the profit margin game right now because, you know, as long as the game's making money, most of the time a company will keep it active. And this game's still making a decent amount of money. I think per week it's still in like the tens of thousands. You know, I'd take that. Hell, I'll take over KC if you guys want. Anyway, so, but you know, the game's basically, it's dwindled in population, and unfortunately, even though Netmarble's done basically right by all their games this year, there's still that stigma if you go on the Gacha Gaming Reddit or basically anywhere else, and like a Netmarble game's mentioned, a lot of people that just stop playing these games or their games, oh, Netmarble, I'll never trust them again because of XYZ, Costume Gate, or this or that, and it's too bad because that just goes to show, though, that even if you do right and you make amends, you know, there's always going to be people who hold things against you just based on that reputation. You know, NC Soft. What was the other one? The guys who did Overhit. Another end. But basically, I remember before Netmarble did this, I had Netmarble on the Axis of Evil. Like, it was Netmarble, NC Soft, and Exxon. All end names, which I found humorous. But I took Netmarble off because they've been doing it. But that's just the way it goes. So, I'm not going to say the clock's ticking or anything, but, you know, everything eventually is going to come to an end. And it would make me sad, to be perfectly honest, if this came to an end before this year. I want this game to at least go into next year, you know. Because this was the game I started with on YouTube. You know, I remember one day I looked up and I was like, man, no one's making any videos about this game. And the people who are making videos, it's just like, you know, Let's Plays. Where are the guides? Where are the this? Where are the that? So I started making stuff on that, not knowing that a bunch of people were out there searching for information on this game at the time as well. And we had some good times with this game in the community, and I still say to this day, they really missed out on the co-op in this game, making the co-op useful, because the co-op itself was actually really fun as a streamer. You know, like I remember when we were all still leveling up, we used to go into Renina's dungeon, the 3-star dungeon. And it would be a struggle, man. Like, each person could take one character. And I remember I used to take my Ellie back when I thought Ellie was super badass. And we'd all go in there and it'd just be, damn, dude, Reina's kicking our ass. What are we gonna do? Yo, man, I got it. Don't worry. Oh, no, he's down. Ah, oh, Reina's shield's up again. That was back long before the days where, like, penetration was a huge thing. Or a fairly common thing in the game. So, as far as, oh yeah, but back to my point on co-op, though. They missed the boat on the co-op. They could have done something to where, like... In fact, you know what? They should have made it so that you can get the SSR character at a fairly high... Maybe not even fairly high, but a fairly good rate. You know, versus doing it single player. Because when everyone figured out, oh, you just do it single player, it's a lot easier. And that was that, as far as co-op goes, sadly. Because co-op was actually really fun in this game. That was a missed opportunity. As far as my experience with this game right now, I admit, yes, I am playing it less, and it's not for the sense of something the game did or anything, although there is one bone. I'll get to that later. In fact, I might as well just say it now. The one bone of contention I have with this game right now is, my god, Netmarble, can we please stop with the resolve characters? Because you don't have enough counters. And what I'm mentioning is, what has it been, 2 months or so? Maybe 3 months now? They released Karen's Awakening, and Karen's Awakening, guys, if you haven't played this game for a while, okay, remember, Karen was already a really good character in this game. Karen's Awakening makes her so stupid powerful, it's ridiculous, but there's a couple of different things it gives her, but the highlight is, if you kill at least 2, I think it's at least 2, it might be 3, but 2 characters on the team that are not Karen, and of course when you're in PvP, the tankiest character is gonna be the Karen. If you kill a character that is not Karen, Karen auto-revives all those characters, and she does it twice a battle. And not only that, but that Cozy Abundance buff, the one where you kill something and it automatically revives with the buff, and if they die within 2 turns, they're revived again. Hence my hatred of the revive DS in this game. Yeah, now she just gives it to everybody. Like, I forget what the trigger is, but eventually you'll kill someone and all of a sudden everyone will have Cozy Abundance. And the only way to get past that is if you either do revive block or burn them to death, which of course most of the burns in this game aren't that effective in PvP. Especially against Karen, because she's a freaking water unit. But anyway, so... And then, on top of that, the next month, I forget her name, I want to say it's like Altana or something like that, but it's basically another... It's either support or healer or whatever they classified her as. She's another character that does passive revive. I forget exactly how it works because I never got her myself, but basically you kill something, it would just get right back up like 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, so I gotta focus her, and of course she's tanky as hell. Now, to their credit, they did put in Rebecca. Y'all remember Rebecca? She was your first SSR hero in the mail. They recently, I think last month, gave her an enhancement where she basically becomes a Karen Eraser, because it's basically almost guaranteed for her to put up anti-revive and break resolve. But still, you had to build her, so you'd have to go back and build her and get her the proper rune set and do all the awakening farming stuff and get her all the skills and yada yada. So that takes time. So meanwhile, all of PvP is flooded with freaking Karens and Altanas. You know, really tanky freaking Ramu, whoever else, just like all these characters with either passive revives or some type of skill set. Except when you kill them, and then there's the runes that give you resolve, among other things. Just the amount of death cheats in this game is so stupid, and that is the one thing I will ask you, Netmarble. Please, for the love of God, no more characters with instant revives. Never. Never again. Never. Ever. No more characters with resolve. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. And then put in a couple more characters with resolve and revive block, because like there's a couple in the game, like Verdandi, not Karen, Rebecca, they just put in. And you know, like it's sparsely, you got like Morgan and other characters that can do it, but it's like putting in a bunch of cheese. And be like, well, what are we gonna do with all this cheese? Oh, we'll put like 2 people to eat all this cheese. Silly. Bad analogy, but you basically get what I mean. That's annoying, and that basically killed my... Because I was actually having fun with PvP in this game, because you got a PvP to get awakening mats. And that basically killed my love for PvP, because eventually you would just... Even if you were a player that didn't play PvP that much, eventually you would progress so far in PvP, you'd run into nothing but awakened heroes. And then the only other thing I really hold against him, and this is much smaller, is basically every PvP team, unless it has some certain gimmick, it's all awakened heroes now. And if you don't have awakened heroes, you're a new player in this game, you got no fucking chance as far as PvP goes. Like, forget it. Like, forget it. It's over. There's no way you can do it. you'll be trying to build like all the basic stuff, let alone getting your first awakened hero. It's just, and they put in some countermeasures to that, like the quests and stuff. But anyways, that's my opinion. What else? Yeah, I guess that's really it. So hopefully this game keeps going well, and still playing it, still leading guilds, still doing all the PvP battles and all that stuff, but my enthusiasm for it's gone back down, and it's not because it's not anything the game's done necessarily, except for that revive thing I said. It's just I've been playing it for a year plus. The way it goes, sometimes you gotta have new stuff to do, and there's new stuff out there for me to mess with. Maybe I'll mess with it for a while and come back to this game and decide, hey, I'll take it a little bit more seriously. But right now, KC is more my side game. Main games right now for me are KOF All Stars. I keep wanting to say Dragalia Lost, yeah, not Dragalia Lost. Last Claudia. Playing a lot of that, and then Epic 7. Probably bumping that down to a side game as well, just because of the... I could go into that. Just watch my Epic 7 video if you want to know that. And I guess that's pretty much it for this video, guys, so... There's still good things in KC, you know. Hoping the game goes well, and that's it for me. So I'll catch you guys later on. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Peace.